Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. One thing that we've been hearing a lot about in the last couple of months is the brand damage that's been done to Tesla. We're all aware of the massive sales decreases that we've seen in the US, in Europe, and basically all around the world, partially due to Elon Musk's involvement with the political sphere. And now we are seeing a lot of analysts and a lot of big long-term Tesla bulls suggesting that Tesla's brand damage is irreversible. You know, a lot of the people who a couple of years ago might be looking to buy a Tesla, they don't need to do that anymore. There's new alternatives for electric cars. The demand for Teslas, is it ever going to come back? Well, a lot of analysts think the answer is no. So now we're hearing the idea of Tesla's brand damage being far more than irreversible, far greater than others admit. You know, we've heard Dan Ives, the Wedbush analyst, suggesting that Tesla's brand might be damaged. But now we're hearing more and more people suggesting this. The idea that he focused on Tesla so sales are going to pick up is complete garbage, said Gordon Johnson of GLJ Research, one of Tesla's harshest critics on Wall Street. So of course, for the context there, you can tell, or you can hear, that is somebody who is obviously a critic of Tesla. Perhaps that's something to take into consideration when actually evaluating that opinion. But even then, you know, we're hearing Johnson suggesting that Musk has done permanent brand damage amongst liberal buyers who are the natural market for Tesla's electric vehicles due to their concerns about the environment. He added that there's been a drop in demand even before Trump's election and Musk's public support for him. So that's true, really. You know, people again have new alternatives now, and as we've been saying on the channel for quite some time, there seems to be two sorts of people in the world. You know, people who want to buy a Tesla and people who support Elon Musk's politics. Again, no matter where you sit on that sphere, no matter where you sit in that circle, that does appear to absolutely be the case. Taking that into consideration, there is the argument that this cannot be reversed. That is what he is suggesting here. You know, some of the supporters of Trump may be more inclined to buy a Tesla than they were in the past, but is that going to be enough to make up for the loss of these so-called liberal buyers? Likely not. And that brings us on to the main topic for today's video. That revolves around the sales data that we have from April, as we see the Tesla shun continue. So, sales plunged in April in Europe. This is a broader trend that we are seeing. Tesla sales plunged across Europe in April, including an 81% drop in Sweden, the lowest level in 2 years, 2.25 years, 2.5 years, I should say. So the data showed this on Friday as European people essentially shift more to Chinese EVs and some protest against Elon Musk's political views. So perhaps the reasoning here doesn't matter as much as the actual data. The fact of the matter is, this is not a monopoly market anymore, like you could make an argument it was in the past. You know, like I said before, 5-10 years ago, there was not that many electric cars on the market. Now we're seeing so many different manufacturers. Factor in these Chinese brands, prices get even cheaper for those, and the appeal for buying a Tesla may not be there to the same level. So the automakers' sales have dropped pretty much all across Europe for the first quarter. We saw electric car sales rising by almost 30%, do bear that in mind, at the same time that Tesla sales are dropping by 37%. In Sweden, Tesla's sales dropped in April by 80.7% to their lowest level since October 2022. Sales in the Netherlands fell by 73.8% to their weakest performance since that month in 2022, and were down 33% in Portugal. Sales in Denmark down nearly 70%, and France saw nearly a 60% fall. These figures will increase doubts whether the launch of a revamped Model Y in some countries can revive Tesla's fortunes in Europe, as car buyers may already own or may already order a new Model Y in much across Europe. However, Tesla's websites in Germany, Britain, France and Italy all estimate deliveries will start in June. It takes a couple months before data shows if the updated version has won back consumers. Is it going to be enough to win back people, right? People who have decided basically that they don't like Elon Musk politics, they don't like what Tesla means, or people who have decided that alternatively, you know, this might be a situation now where there are different cars on the market, there are different situations, different vehicles that people can get into for cheaper. Is a little bit of a revision on the Model Y, the Model 3, let's say, going to be enough to bring Tesla back to having, well, obviously the market share that they may have had, say, 6-12 months ago? It remains to be seen. We'll see if it actually plays out, but the data is shocking and the decline continues. Let me know what you think to this in the comments, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, do let me know, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.